Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and today I want to go through with you guys on how I organize my signatures to put into my journals. So please, if you could subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. Okay, so I just wanted to go through some papers and different little fun things that I do put into my journals. And one of the things is a envelope. So this is a avocado dyed envelope, and you could take it and fold it like this. And then this is just a journal, one of the journals I'm working on right now. It's a fun coffee journal. I just think it's fun. And it's got little pockets and stuff in it. And this is a good way. You could stick it in like this, and then you can have little pockets on each side. Here, I'll show you. And then also a stencil. You can do a stencil paper. You just take your stencils, and then you just take it and fold it. And then this can go in the middle like that. And then when you bind it together, you have little pockets on each side. So that's a fun little thing you could do. Okay. And onion dyed paper. And I just used line paper to do that. So I'm just taking it and I'm folding everything, because this is all going to go into this journal. Okay. So this is onion dyed paper. And then what I do is I take it and then I just stick them all together. And just start making a signature with them. And then these interest pages are great, these coloring book pages. It's like these coloring book pages. And I might as well grab these too. And then like piano. I know I have some throughout, but and you could avocado and onion dye these just to have some fun interest page throughout. So you got piano, and then or music notes, either way, you know. And then these are just really cool, like coloring pages throughout. And I just avocado and onion dye them. So that's a great thing to put in, like that. So I hope you guys are having a crafty day today and getting out all your papers and looking through and seeing what you have that you can make signatures with. And yeah, this is just an avocado dyed copy paper, just regular copy paper. And you can see the little bits and stuff through it, so it's kind of cool, like when you do the avocado dyeing. I'll put that down below if you guys have never used avocado skins and pits to dye your papers, and onion skins. So I have a video on doing that, and you could do fabric. You could dye fabric that way too, like this. I'll show you. Laces and stuff like that. These are great. Like this is avocado dyed, and it just, you know, makes it look more antique looking, and it's just got a fun effect to it. So you just stick those into the dye after you get it ready. Okay, so this is avocado. Put them all together, fold it all together like that as I'm looking through. And another great thing is index cards. Those are really fun to use. And this is just avocado dyed. So a lot of my stuff I have is avocado dyed, onion skin dyed, or RIT dyed, which is, I'll go grab it real quick. So this is RIT dye, and you can use it on clothes, fabrics, papers. I use it for my tie-dye banner flags that I have in my Etsy shop. And I also make little lycra stretchy party bags, little rainbow bags for birthday parties and stuff. And I have those in my Etsy shop. But I also use this to stencil dye. So it's just RIT dye like that, and it's just a liquid. And the stencil paper I showed you guys here is you just put your stencil down and then You just do a little spray bottle or something, and then you have your little stencil. So that's a fun way to do it too. Okay. And then index cards. And gardening books are great. Magazines work amazing. Just things like that are great interest pages. And you can do, you know, you don't have to do full pages. You can just do like half little fun pages like this. And that just, you know, gives it a cool look to it. But I'm trying to get the fold just right. There we go. And I also have a video on how to take the shine out of your magazine and book pages, and I will post that link below to show you guys. And so this is a great one. And then see, these are fun. You could just stick it like this. And I always just make sure that I get it when I do my middle binding. I want to make sure that this goes through there. So you just make sure you line stuff up. And then just go like that. And this is just a cookbook from the 80s. This is just fun. I thought that was fun. And I avocado dyed it. And it just has little images on how to do and make a pie or different things throughout. And I really love the edge here. So I try to incorporate that in there. And then, so just different things that you look around and find and are interested in and think other people would really like in their journals. And then just the old like word searches and puzzle games pages. I think these are always fun to have in there because they got like a cool feel to them too. Yeah, so these are fun to throw in there. So this is just some of the stuff that I do. And then on the outside of each signature, I like to do a piece of craft paper. On certain journals and stuff, I like to have a piece of the craft paper, just dividing up each signature. I think that gives it kind of a cool look to it. So as you can see, we just go like this, and there you go. And I like to have the middle part of the signature be a cool focal point. Like, I can even take this one right here. So I like to arrange it, and then this can be in the middle. Like when you open it and then like, oh, that's pretty, and you can see the whole thing of it. So one that's a focal point for the middle, and then this can just go, you know, whoops, let's make it here. Put this in the middle here. And then you just organize your papers how you want them. And then you have them all folded up, and then you just cut them to size and bind them in. So that's one signature. And I have 9 pages in that one. And then also just some fun, like here, I'll show you. I got these at like Dollar General. Or, you know, you could get them like at places like that. And it's just a fun little interest stuff to do. Like this is graph paper. And I just popped off the staples. I opened them up so I could just pop these out and just pull them out. And I'll show you. Because it just depends on how it's bound in there. And that was just stapled in, so I could just pull it like that. So that's one way to get that out. And this one is cute too. That's what this is. It's just a bunch of just fun little dots and lines to write on and journal and stuff. And then you can see how it was bound in there like that. So I just went and I just snipped each one, and then you're able to just go ahead and pull these out. So yeah, so those are fun. And then I keep them together like that, and then I can bind them in. Okay, so those are fun to do. And then some more. So you're gonna see kind of a repetitive, because I kind of just keep the same throughout, the same theme. Like, and then I did some coffee dyed line, or not, you could do coffee dyed, you could do tea dyed. I just happen to have avocado and onion dyed, but coffee dyed, tea dyed are great ways to do papers too. And yeah, there's just so many different fun ways to do things. And then this is just another onion skin dyed right here. So you just take them and you fold them. You just stick them where you want them. And the fun thing with this is, with cards and stuff, I love taking them into the sewing machine and just sewing around and giving it some interest to look at. And I'll go do that real quick and show you guys. All right, so you can see how this gives it just a fun border around it. And all I did was just, you know, take some black thread and do a zigzag stitch all the way around. And it just kind of puts it all together. So that's another fun thing you could do. All right, that should just go in here, just like that. And then some more word search pages, just puzzle pages and stuff. And another, excuse me, another fun thing to do is pattern pages, just like McCall's sewing, just pattern stuff, and Buttericks and different things like that. And these are definitely just really cool to put in there. Just got a really nice tissue paper feel to them. And yeah, they're just fun to have and play with. So, and these make great inserts here. So you just put them in. And then another avocado dyed paper here, just on a copy paper, just like that. You put that one together. Yeah, and then a craft paper, and then you just go through and just put all your stuff together. And this one just is so cool. I love the craft paper on the outside of it all. It just kind of ties it all together. There you go. There's another one. So we got our second signature, like that. And I just take them over and just stack them like that. And then this is one of my Rit dyed pages that I made. And I just had a green that I did. And I just thought that would be fun just to throw in there, just something totally different. And it was on lined paper, but you could see it kind of faded out. So you could just find different things to dye paper with and just, you know, experiment and stuff. And then this one's onion dyed on lined paper. Oops. So yeah, I just go through and just see what I can find in different papers. And then when you're out, you know, shopping and stuff, you can look through, go through like the coloring books place, you know, aisles and different things like that, and you could just see all kinds of different things, and you'll look at stuff differently and go, oh, I could put that in a journal. Oh yeah, if I dye that, that'll look really nice in a journal, you know. And then this is just avocado dyed, and it just turns out so cool. You never know how they're going to turn out, you know. So that's kind of fun. So yeah. And then you can also take this over and sew just around the edges and just have it all sewn together. I can go do that real quick for you. So you can see it just gives it a little fun, little interest here. And I just sewed down the middle. Because why not? Like, you know, this is your canvas to play with and your thing that you could do. So there is no wrong, you know. It's just whatever you're feeling. And I thought that'd be fun. So there we go. Just do a little sewing on some stuff and just look at it and go, oh, that would look cool. And there we go. So that just gives it a little more interest. And then avocado, dyed papers, and then more little index cards, because these are great just to do little notes and stuff on. There we go. And then just more magazine pages and stuff that you could throw in like that. So those are fun to play with too. And this would be my centerpiece here. I'm going to put that in the middle for just an interest page here. And what I'll do is I'm going to rip it like this down the middle. And then I can use these for something else. But it's just so pretty just to go through your gardening books and different things like that. You can find fun things. So I'm going to fold this one in half. like that. And then this one's just going to be my focal point in the middle here. I'll find the middle of my signature. Okay. So it's kind of fun just to make sure in the middle of your signatures to have like a focal point. Because when people, you know, then you can see the whole full page and just be like, you can really appreciate it, you know. Okay. So let's put all this together. And if you want, these don't have to go, like the smaller ones don't have to go straight in the middle and stuff. Like this one could go down at the bottom, this one go in the middle. I just make sure that when I do bind it, I go ahead and make sure that the needle will go through and the thread will go through it so it holds it together. So you just make sure that happens. Okay, and then of course just the craft paper on the outside here. There we go. And then that just ties it all together. So that's the third signature. And then this is graph paper. Graph paper is great to use in there too. And then I just did my Rit die. So I put some stencils down and then just did some spritzing on top. So this one's definitely a fun one. Okay. And then more onion dyed. Yeah. And then a fun thing to throw in, like if you notice if you have a rip or something in your page, you could take your washi tape and just kind of, because you're like, if it's ripped, you don't have to throw it away or nothing, you know, or you just take it and just use some washi tape on top of it. And then that just gives it a little more interest. It's like I meant to do that, you know? Okay. All that together. And just some more fun cards. Like I thought this one was beautiful. And I got to go a whole bag of them, like a grab bag at Goodwill. And none of them were used or anything. They're just really beautiful cards. And so if you see grab bags or anything like that and you can see their cards in them, get them. Because they're such a great deal. And you get some really beautiful things in there. But I will go around and sew the edges for you and show you and see what that looks like. All right, so you can see just sewing around it just gives it a really cool interest. Like it looks really nice. It just makes it pop. And then you could take your inks, you know, and you could go around it. That kind of gives it a good border too. This is a walnut stain. Whoops, walnut stain here. And you could do that. And it just kind of, you know, gives it a good framing. And you could do that to your papers throughout too. Is do some inking, you know. It just helps it give it a little more interest. So what it's about is just kind of giving it some interest, some textures, some just different feels and, you know, stuff like that. Just so when someone flips through it, you know, through the whole thing, they're just like, oh yeah, I want to journal on that, and you know, just gives them, you know, something fun. So there you go. So you just do a little inking, and you can do the inside too if you want. Just kind of give it a little color here, and I like to fold it and go like that, just to get the seams. There you go. That's a fun thing to add to your signatures. Okay. And what else we got? Do a little bit of another index card. So as you can see, I kind of got a theme going throughout. So I got a little index card in each one. And it's cute. It's got a little dog on it. So this is onion dyed one. And this will be my focal point. So I just take like a garden, you know, something like that for fun. And, or even this one's really pretty. Just like a cool garden to walk through. I don't know. Let's see. So I'll just take it, do a little tear. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. There we go. will be our middle signature. And I think that's almost too much, so let's go with that. So you just go through and just organize them how you think you want them. So there we go. So when you open that one, you got a cool focal point. Okay. And just some book pages, of course. And this is just a fun, you could do a poem in there, and just, this is just different book things that, like your favorite author, card games, you know, color combination, just favorite things. So it's a kind of a fun, interactive little thing. So that's always fun to put in. And I avocado dyed it. And in another avocado dyed paper. Okay. Put that here. And the craft paper. So that's four signatures that I did right here. And then I just take them and, you know, stack them up, cut them to size, and then bind them in. So you just, this is one way to organize them and just go through and see how you want them. But I also have some more pages that might be fun for you guys, just ideas. This is a magazine page, and as you can see, I just went ahead and acrylic painted it, just took some paint on the back, and did some stenciling on top with gesso and stuff. And I have a video on this I could put down below for you guys on how I did this one. So that's one idea too that you could put into your journals. And also napkin, you could take a napkin, and this is another magazine page, and this helps just take some of the shine out of stuff. So this, I'll have the link below that I'll put for all these that I'm gonna show you guys. And yeah, you could just take a glue water mixture and just put a napkin on top, and that just gives it a really cool effect. And then you could take your to make it all antique, you could take your brown inks and stuff and just kind of run over all the bumps and everything, and it just gives it a cool antique look to it. So that's another way. That's another thing you could put in. And then this is tea bags. It's another magazine page. And then you take tea bags and pattern paper and some tissue paper, and do the glue solution and go ahead and put that on there, and then some stamping. So that gives it a fun just interest too. So that makes a cool signature. You can just take it and fold it in half. And I'll just fold it like this. And then there you go. You got a fun little page, little interest page. Okay. And of course paintings, anything that you painted is great to put into a junk journal too. And then like this has little, you can feel it, it's just got texture, and so just the textures and the colors and everything like that is just fun to play with, and just incorporate it into your junk journals, and it makes it just great. It's just a great way to open up your imagination and be creative, you know. And then you want to write and journal in it, and so it's pretty fun. And then this is one, like I was telling you guys, if you take a magazine page or a shiny book page or anything, like this one, how you got the shine on it, like that. And the solution that I'll show you guys, I'll put the link below to come check it out, and it takes out the shine, as you can see. So it's really cool. So this is fun too. It's something like this, and then you could fold this up and throw it into a junk journal and have it as one of your focal points in the middle. Okay, so we got all that. And then I just wanted to show you guys, so you could take a paper bag too. Just take one of your lunch bags, you know, like a little, one of your kids' school bag, lunch bags here. And I'll show you, just open it up and I'll show you inside here. So this is some example on how it's all bound in, but here I'll show you. So then you just flatten it out, and then you got little pockets on each side, just like that. So here. the best way to do that is just take it and just cut it right here. The easiest way to do that. And then you can use this for other things too. Like you can use this for just different little pockets that you want to use, or some, you can even cut it in half and use it as like a belly band. Sew it and have it as a belly band and stuff, or a little pocket, or you can use it all kinds of things for it. Okay. So you just cut that. Open this up. And just go with the crease here. Like that. There we go. Just like that. Okay. And then you will go to the sewing machine, and you could just, right in the middle here, just zigzag or straight stitch. And then you got yourselves, and then sew all, you can sew the top part and the bottom part. Just leave these sides open right here. I'll show you again. So like that. And then you could just sew down the middle, and then sew like that. And then you got little pockets. So I will go ahead and sew it up for you guys and just show you real quick on how it looks like before you put it in. Okay, so I got it all sewn, as you can see, so it turned out pretty cool. And I like leaving the threads long because I think it's fun, just a fun little interest, so however you want to do it. And then this just can fold like this and go inside your signature, and then you got just the fun little pockets to go through like that. So it's like this. Stick them in. It's like that. Go like this. And there you go. And then you just got a fun pocket just to put your stuff in and out of. So there you go. That's another idea. All right. What I wanted to show you guys real quick is I'm going to line up everything where I want it. So this one in the middle. I want this one in the middle. Like that. So line your papers where you want them. Okay. And then if you want, just for good measure, you could take your ruler and kind of just make sure everything's back in there. Okay. And then this is my template that I went ahead and measured just how tall I wanted my pages. So like 1 millimeter or so from the bottom and the top, as you can see here. Just like that. And then you want to make sure to go like this to make sure it's not pushing out. So that's a good spot for it. Okay. So I'm going to take these like this. I'm going to put it where I want it and make sure it's lined up. Okay. And then I just take my cutter here and my ruler. And then I just cut everything to size. It's like this. Like that. And just keep cutting until it's all cut off. And then these are great to use in collages and stuff, these end cuts. So, of course, I have a big old pile of them, and if you don't, you will. And they're great to do collaging and all that with. Okay. So you go like that, and then just do the same thing all the way around. So you just lined it up here and do some cutting there. So I'll just do that in a time lapse. Okay, so what I got it all cut to size and cut around the way I want it. And then this is the template, so I just make sure to take that off. And I notice if like I have 2 interest pages like this together, I will take one and just look through and make sure you know, just to move it so it's not right beside another like interest page, if that makes sense. Just so it's not like, you know, a doodling page and then another interest page, and just kind of have a blank page or index card or something in between, just to give it a little more variety throughout. And I also wanted to show you guys, if you notice when you sew, you did some sewing around and it looks like it's about to come unraveled. So also when you start, do a back stitch, go all the way around, and then wherever you stop, do a back stitch, and that'll help with the unraveling. But if you notice that it's like coming unraveled, you could take your like art glitter glue or even just a Fabrifix and do that glue, or just any glue that you have, and just kind of touch up where you think it might come undone, and just do a little touch, and then just kind of blot it, and then it'll dry and you won't even see it. So just kind of do that. So there's a little tip and trick just to kind of help, like if you think, oh no, that's going to come unraveled, just take a little dab of glue like that, and then just blot it, and then you're good, and it shouldn't go anywhere. Okay, so now what I want to show you guys, oh my goodness, there we go, geez, wow, let me get that in the hole, so you got all this together like that. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys, I got this sewn on to do a pretty little lace on the outside. So like if you stick it, you take it and you put it in your signatures here, or your signature, like that. So you can see that it does a little cool just lace on the outside. So that's fun. So you can totally do that. That's a great idea. And another idea is you could do ruffles. You could go ahead and just go to the sewing machine and you just start at the top here, and then you just fold it up, sew it through, fold it up, sew it through, fold it up, sew it through. Or I will show you guys how to do it with just glue. Okay, so this is one way. And then you could take it and you could go to the side here. Here, you could do it on this side too. And you can go to the side here and just glue it down. And then you can have it just, you know, kind of the same concept as the lace. Have it sticking out like that. So we could just take this and just do a bead of glue and glue it all the way down. And then you have it like that. Or, I will show you guys. Okay, so I got the same kind of fabric. And this is actually Rit dyed. I used my Rit dye, and I think I did wine and black mixed together. And it made it like a cool, like purple color. And I put it in like a Cool Whip container and mix it in that, and so I have the lid on it, and then I'll put like a bunch of just strips. This is like strips to the end of my banner flags. That's why it has the little ruffle on it, and I can't use them on my banner flags, so it's just the end roll of the fabric. So I just cut them and cut them off in strips like this and use them for, you know, ties for my journals, to closures, and use them for ruffles on the sides. And then I just put them into the Cool Whip, like an old Cool Whip container with a lid, or you could do a Tupperware or something. And just put my dye in there and take it and shake it all up and let them sit in there for a little bit, and then just hang them and let them dry. And then this is what happens. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys, you can take your Fabrifix glue, and that's what's in here. It's my Fabrifix glue, and it's in a sweet Sugar Bell icing container, and it works great. It has a metal tip, and I just got it off Amazon. And so what you do is you'll just do a bead of glue where you want it. So just do a bead of glue down where you want it. Then I want my ruffles on the outside here. So you just stick this down, and then you pinch it and fold it. Pinch it and fold it. And you just do that all the way down, and then you make your own ruffles, just like that. There you go. And you just keep pinching it and just fold it down. And then you just hold it, just like that. And then you got yourself a little ruffle, and you just cut it and let it sit. So there we go. So that's one way to do it. And then you just stick it in your signature here. like this. And there you go. And you got something else added in, just little interest. So it's fun just to do little interest things and stuff like that. So some fun little things you could do here is, like, you can make a little pocket at the end here. Oh, just line that up. My pencil here. So I'm just going to line it up at the end of the page here and just mark the end. And I never cut straight, so I love this. And I just take it, go like that. And then what you could do is you could just do a little glue here, here, and here, and then you got yourself a pocket, or you could go to the sewing machine and just sew it, which I think I'm gonna do, and then it just makes a fun little pocket on the side of your thing. So let me go do that real quick. Okay, so for example, with the sewing, I just did a back stitch here, and then went all the way around, and then I just did a back stitch here. So then you have yourself a fun little pocket, and you can put stuff in. There you go. And then that just goes inside your signature here, wherever you want it. Oh wait, where's the one we had? Oh, I'm hiding it from myself here. Okay, let's take this one off. And you just put it in like that. And there you go. So you could do that throughout, and then you got fun little pockets to play with. Okay. And now, let's see, which one do we want to do? Let's do this one. So I'm going to take this one. Okay. And then let's do this so we can have just some more journaling spot. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and line it up. I don't know why. It seems crooked. Let's see. Line it up. And then I'm just going to cut it to size here. Not too much stuff on my desk. Okay. Let's see. So we'll go like that. And then I just do a little cut. So it's lined up. And then now what you can do is you could take it and just glue it. You could glue it down, have it down like that. And then what we're gonna do is make a fun little flip out here. So I'm just gonna go like this. And it doesn't have to be this long. You guys can do it however you want. But the gist is just get it on the, you know, sew it on or glue it on. And then I'm gonna line it up like this. And then this part will be either glued down or sewn down, which, yep, you guessed it. I'm gonna go sew it. And just do a little stitching would be fun just to keep it down. And then I'll show you how it works. And so this is your signature, and you open it up. And you could do some fun little wiggle stitching at the tops or throughout your whole journal. So this is a fun little thing to do. Just make sure to backstitch at the front wherever you start and at the end wherever you start, and then it won't unravel. But if I'll show you, just do the little trick if you think it's going to unravel with the glue. Okay, so then you just go like this, and you can pop it open. Then you can have some fun little interest things here, or you could just glue it down. You just go ahead and glue it. Totally fine, it'll stay just the same. But if you want to do some interest sewing, just do some little wiggling and just, you know, backstitch at both ends. Same with the zigzag. And then there you go. So that just gives it a fun little journaling spot over all the way over here. And then, so these are fun little fold outs. So here we go. We'll put it in here. And I'll show you how it looks. So it could go in here. So there you go. And you got your pocket that we did. And then you come across and go, oh, what's this? There you go. And then you got your little journaling spot out on the outside. Little hidden spot for you. So there we go. Another thing you can do is stamping. So we can do some stamping. This is just black soot. And just grab some stamps. I just got a bunch of just different kind of stamps that you can use. And just grab anything you got here. I got a really cool butterfly one. Let's just do that. And just pick a page, any page. And there you go. So you could do some fun, just stamping throughout. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then just some wording stamps, which is good. All my love, that's fun. So there. And some pretty leaf. You know, we got some leaf stamps. So just look through wherever you want to just add a little bit of interest. So that's another example. Is you could do that and do some more fun word stamps here. There we go. It says, all life grows lovely where you are. So that's fun. And a cool little sunshine. So you're just gonna go through. I mean, this is our flip out, so we can even go right here with it. Do a little bit of that. Just on the way for the flip out. So there you go. So this is another idea you could do, is just some stamping. So I hope you guys found this informational and got some great ideas of what to put into your signatures and some sewing tips. And if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, please ask me and I will definitely try to answer as best to my knowledge. And thank you guys for watching and keep on crafting.